Hello, it's Sydney with Mothering Mother, here to talk about kale. So here are two different varieties of kale. There are more than this around. This one is your average kale that you see in the grocery store. I'm going to give a little zoom in on that and show it up close. It's not as fresh as some of them in the store. It's been in our fridge a couple days. And this is what's called red Russian kale. Can you see it? I'm going to take some out. You can see the stem on it. It's got the purple stem here, and it's a little bit different. And there are the two of them side by side. So they're both kale. They're in the kale family, and there are more kale varieties available in the store. You may see lots of them there. So what I'm going to do is prepare one of these kales for consumption. First thing I'm doing is putting it in water to rinse it. If you're going to cook the kale, you do not need to put it into a spinner. If you're going to make a salad that's a raw kale salad, then I would recommend putting it in your spinner. So I've just rinsed that lightly. Now here's the secret to being able to use the kale quickly. You just hold in one hand the stem, and then you gently guide your hand sliding over the whole stem part, and the leaf just comes right off for you. Okay, I'm going to do that again. There's your leaf. So the leaves are long. It's just like this long thing here. So we can just chop them lightly because you don't want to get something quite that long to try to get that into your mouth. So we'll chop it lightly, and then we're going to steam it. Kale is super well known right now. Everyone's talking about it. You can get it in a lot of different forms. For me, the best form to get kale is exactly like this. Straight, fresh, local best, of course, but where you prepare it yourself. Buying it packaged and dried. I know you can get raw food kale. You know, if it's going to keep you eating healthy, fine. But it's packaged. There's a lot of packaging in that and providing only a few calories. There's a lot of wonderful nutrients in kale. The greener your vegetables, the more nutrient dense they are. So try to remember that when you're choosing. So you can see, I'll move this one aside. I've got the kale here, and I'm going to cut it into chunks in two directions. And now it's going to be ready for me to steam lightly. All right, we're over here now with the wok. If you want to check your pan to make sure it's hot enough, you just put some water on my hand, and when I hear it sizzle, I know the pan's hot enough. Now I'm going to add the kale that we chopped. And what I'm going to do now is continuously turn it. Raw kale either needs mild cooking like this for a salad. You can steam it if you're going to eat it hot, and you can cook it with garlic and all kinds of wonderful things. But if you're going to eat it raw, it does need time with olive oil and half lemon juice, salt added as well. The fibers in it are really tough, and they need to be broken down a bit before you eat it. So you do that either through cooking or through the marinating process. If you decide to do it through marinating with lemon juice and olive oil, when you get all of it in a bowl and you pour the dressing over it, then you've got to actually handle your kale. This is a wonderful way to pour in your love. But you start squeezing it, and as you squeeze it, the marinade starts to go into that kale and will start doing its magic. You'll need to cover it and refrigerate it. I would definitely say 12 hours. Raw kale can be tough to chew and tough to digest. It can produce a lot of gas and other things. So that's enough for this, because I'm going to use this for a salad. It just had a light cooking. going to take this kale and complete it by making the Mothering Mother sea vegetable kale salad. Delicious. Look for it on the website and eat your way to health through kale. Eat well, be well, and journey on.